His Perfect Life by Lilwa Dexel. Read by A Bag of Vicodin. The ball bounced past me in the school hallway. I remember the checkered floor. This was Croon Lake High, 1968. I had just gotten out of class. Jessie was watching me from the other side of the hall. This was my chance. Aaron Dykes stumbled after the ball, chasing it straight into Charlie Jordan's large jock frame. Aaron's glasses cracked, and so did his nose. The scrawny boy landed on his butt on the floor, blood dripping out of his nose. "Look where you're going, freak," said Charlie with a smirk. I took a deep breath and was just about to get in the big jock's face. This was an awesome memory. That's when the corridor froze. Aaron dusted himself off and threw the broken glasses over his shoulder. His already flushed face took on a deeper crimson color. He put his hands on his hips, and I noticed that his eyes had turned yellow. "All right," he said. "So this is where you sweep in and save poor Aaron from getting bullied. Which results in Jessie, the cutest girl in the school, taking an interest in you. You start dating, and after a few months you meet her dad and become really good best friends. He eventually offers you a prestigious job at his law firm, but you politely decline because you want to pursue art. Your paintings become, excuse my French, the shit, and you go on to build a massively successful career. You marry Jessie, and with your support she becomes a renowned HIV doctor, saving hundreds of people. Fucking sunshine and pina colada all the way." Horns sprouted from the top of Aaron's head, and a snake's tongue whipped across his black lips. "What's your point?" "My point?" He leaned in so close that I could smell the sulfur on his breath. "My point is that you're not suffering. You think your life was free from mistakes. You died without regrets." "I didn't make the rules here." Aaron's sickly yellow eyes narrowed. He revealed a row of pointy teeth. "I want to show you something." "Go ahead," I said. "I've already lived my life. Nothing I haven't seen before." The school corridor faded out, and we landed on the shore of a small lake. A boy and a girl chased each other along the beach, laughing and shouting. I had seen the girl in a photo somewhere. "Idyllic, isn't it?" Aaron said. "Such an innocent friendship." "Sure," I said. "But why are you showing me this?" Aaron smiled broadly and snapped his clawed fingers. We landed in a rickety old shack. A man was lying face down on the dusty floor with a needle stuck in his arm. "Do you see now?" Aaron asked. I shook my head. "Do you remember that one time when your wife called? You were on your first art expo in Paris? You didn't have time to talk to her. She was really upset." "I have a vague memory of that." Aaron's grin grew wider. We were back in the school corridor. He put his scaly arm buddying across my shoulders. "Your wife lost a friend that day." "Yes, to HIV if I recall. She enrolled in medical school after that." Aaron laughed. "You still don't see it?" "I don't." "You're so blind." "Who were the kids on that beach?" he whispered in my ear. "It was Jessie," I said, suddenly remembering her childhood photo in her parents' home. "Who was the boy?" Aaron said, and picked up the broken glasses from the floor and put them on over his nose. "It was you," I said. "It was Aaron." "That's right. Jessie and Aaron were good friends. Jessie had always helped Aaron as he grew up. His family was poor, he got into drugs at an early age, but Jessie was always there for him." I took a step back, but he leaned in closer. "They were such good friends, and she helped Aaron stay clean. That was, of course, until she fell in love with you, and you made her move to Paris right out of high school. Your art was the only thing that mattered. She begged you to stay, but you made her choose. She picked you." A shiver rolled up my spine. That man with the needle in his arm was Aaron. He had died the night she called me in the art gallery. He'd contracted HIV from the dirty needles. He hadn't been able to stay clean without Jessie's support. She loved Aaron like a brother. That's why she took an interest in you when you saved him from Charlie that day. It's not my fault." You built your entire life on the moment you saved poor Aaron from Charlie. Everything you had was because of that moment. I didn't know. Aaron laughed again. You knew, but you didn't care. You only saved him because Jesse was watching. I'm sorry. Go on, boy, Aaron said, and sat down on the floor where the big jock had pushed him. Go on, save me now. Relive all those glorious moments you had in life. Thank you for listening.